everyone, Happy New Year. Thank you for tuning in today. Technically the new year was about a week ago, but this is the first video I'm making in the new year because I kind of just took a break. It's just been a weird couple weeks. The holiday season always is. So today we are going to talk about my 2024 reading goals, reading resolutions, and channel goals and resolutions, and what I want the channel to look like in the new year, and kind of the direction that I see it going. And yeah, so I have my coffee because I'm filming this not in the middle of the night, so I actually have it's not going to be like keeping me up until 4 a.m. So grab a coffee, grab a snack, drink some water, and let's get into it. So I'm going to start off with my reading goals and resolutions. First and foremost, the easiest one that almost everybody makes is how many books do I want to read this year? And I'm setting my goal to 50, which averages about a book per week, a little less. We are 8 days into the new year and I am on track. I have so far read Project Hail Mary and Red, White, and Royal Blue. So we're on track there, and I have a bunch. My TBR is sitting right in front of me, holding the mic so that you guys can hear me. So I'm feeling pretty confident about that. I feel like it's a really achievable goal for me. Last year I read, in 2023 I read I think like 30 something books, but I wasn't making a concerted effort to read books, and I have a couple of like list videos planned for this coming year that I think will help me also reach that goal more than in 2023 when I wasn't really trying very hard. And even if I don't hit it, it's no big deal. It's just a number, and I am the one who said it, so only person I'm disappointing is myself, and I can handle that. Now on to other resolutions for my reading this year. I would like to read more genres in general. I tend to stick to mostly romance and a little bit of fantasy, but I've been kind of moving away from fantasy in general, just to be honest. So I specifically would like to focus more on science fiction and historical fiction this year. I did start off really strong with Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir, which I gave 5 stars, and I knew I would like it because I loved The Martian, both the book and the movie, so I knew that I don't think it's going to be too hard on that front. I'm a little more worried about historical because they can be really hit or miss for me, and I have to be in the right mood, but I think the more I read and the more I know how to choose which ones I will actually enjoy, the better it'll be. And yeah, so some of those are like just historical fiction, and some are like, you know, Bridgerton historical romance type things. I count those as historical, so really big pool to choose from there, which is nice. Also, for context, for reading more sci-fi and historical fiction, I read no sci-fi last year at all, which is kind of surprising for me because I've always actually liked sci-fi, but I never really seek it out, and I don't know, like I haven't really known which books I like. So this year we're going to be trying a little harder, and I read 2 historical last year. I don't even remember which ones they were, but I read 2, so the goal is to just read more than that, which for sci-fi I've already hit. It's great. Next on my list is to annotate at least 1 book. This is something that I think I said in my like end of year wrap up, end of year tag video a few weeks ago. I just think it's fun, and it's a nice way for me to be able to like actually remember what happens in the book, because I will be more involved in reading it, if that makes sense. And this is not something that I will do for every book or would want to do for every book. Sometimes I am just reading to escape, but if I'm really enjoying a book, I might go back and reread it and annotate it. The next one is to reread a childhood favorite. This is not going to be an issue for me. I typically don't reread books very often, unless I'm in a nostalgic mood for some reason, and typically it's the same books that I go to. So like last year I felt nostalgia and I wanted to read the Hex Hall series by Rachel Hawkins, and I did, and I talked about it on this channel. I often go back and reread The Abandoned Trilogy by Meg Cabot, so I want to read one that I haven't read in a while. My next resolution for reading and books, because it has actually nothing to do, it has nothing to do with actually reading, is to stamp all of my favorite books. For Christmas, I got a little like book stamp that says from the library of, and has like a little book with plants coming out of it. It's super cute and I love it, and I did already use it on the book that I got for Christmas, which was just a physical copy of Icebreaker by Hannah Grace, because it was on my list, because I got it from Kindle Unlimited, so I didn't have a physical copy, and I have since returned it because you can only get so many books from Kindle Unlimited, and I have a lot out at the moment. So I want to go through my little library of books and just stamp all of the ones that I really love that I know I probably won't get rid of, just because I think it's fun. Next is to read books from at least 5 new authors, new to me, not like debut. I do not think this will be a problem for me. I think last year I read more new to me authors than that, like way more. And it is something that I track. I have like a little book tracker spreadsheet to track all of my reads, which I need to update because I read a book yesterday, and it tells me how many unique authors I've read this year, so then all I have to do is go through and count how many of those are new to me, which I'll do at the end of the year probably, or I'll just count and see if there's 5 and to say yes, checked that off, because I do plan on at the end of 2024 I plan on coming back to these and seeing how I did. The next one is probably going to be the hardest one for me to get through, and that is read at least one nonfiction book. I am not limiting myself to any specific topics because there's a few that I have in mind, and I do have some nonfiction. I just never read them, so that is one of my goals this year, and I am looking into going back to school, so obviously I'll have school books to read. Those will not count. I am excluding those specifically because that feels like cheating, and then it wouldn't be like a new subject that interests me outside of what I want to do with my life, which is why I would go back to school. So yeah, I think that one might be kind of difficult, but I do have a few choices on the top of my bookshelf, and I'm hoping I can pour through one of them. We'll see how that one goes. My very last resolution for this year is to keep up with my tracking spreadsheet that I just mentioned, as well as my digital reading journal. I didn't want to spend the money on a physical reading journal and all of the supplies. I think they're so cool, and my sister did spend all that money on them, and I think it's worth it. However, at my current point in life, I'm trying really hard not to spend money. That is something I want to keep up with. If you have ideas for different pages to go into something like that, into a reading journal, currently I only have, I have, the title page is supposed to be like the cover, and then I have my reading goals, and then I have a template for like book reviews, a template for my monthly books. You know how people like draw the bookshelves and fill them in as they read books? I'm doing that just digitally, but I'm trying to make it look like it could have been done by hand, kind of, and I'll show you guys it at some point if anybody's interested in seeing that, because I do think it's pretty cool and I am kind of excited about it, and I'm way better at digital stuff than at like drawing or anything. I kind of suck at drawing, so I kind of excited to explore the world of digital journaling, but I don't have a lot of pages, like template pages yet for my journal, so I don't know what else to put in there. And I'll probably, like, if I read a book that I really love, I'll probably just make a spread for it, make it have its own sheet other than the book review or something. I don't know. So now that we have covered my reading goals and resolutions, we're going to move on to my channel goals and resolutions. My first channel goal resolution is to start doing more vlog style videos, which is going to be a little bit difficult for me to figure out logistically because my camera's kind of big, so I won't be taking it anywhere. But because this is a book and reading channel more than anything else, I can probably find somewhere to set it up and just be able to turn it on at a moment's notice and be like, hey, this is the book I'm reading and these are my reactions to it. Whether it's doing like long form vlogs of my entire week that's not just centered around reading but is mostly reading, because I do follow one creator who does that. Olivia Reads a Latte, I believe is their channel name, and I enjoy those videos a lot. Or if I just occasionally do like you know, monthly reading vlog, this is what I read this month, and then at the end I do the little talk sit down style thing. I don't really know what that's gonna look like for me at the moment, but it is something that I want to start trying to do. I also have a lot more video ideas that are just this style of like sit down and talk to a camera. So I always want it to feel like, because these are the videos that I enjoy watching, I want it to feel like you are sitting down and just chatting with a friend or like on FaceTime or something. I want it to feel chill. That is the goal. The second thing for my channel this year, second thing, that's a placeholder word, Kelly. The second goal for my channel this year is to actually put out a video every week, except for, you know, the weeks that there's a really good reason that I can't. I have not started 2024 strong with putting out videos every week. I missed this past Sunday, yesterday, what was yesterday that I was supposed to put up a video, but this last week was just not it. I was not gonna film a video, so my last goal for the channel is to script videos better, if it's not a vlog style video, and be better at not looking constantly at my phone where my little script is while I'm filming. I get annoyed with myself when I'm editing the videos that I kept doing that, and I'm sure it's not the best thing to watch either. So I'm working on it. I'm gonna get better, and we'll see how it goes. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you're having a great day wherever you are, and if you want to leave a comment telling me what you're reading or introducing yourself, or leaving one of your reading goals for the year in the comments below, that would be awesome. I would love to hear from some people. Have a great day.